Hi everybody, I'm Raka from Silis and today we have Tamzid from BloodLink.
Hello, sir.
Hi. So congratulations for being one of the winners of SIMcubator. If you could introduce yourself a little bit and talk a little bit about your startup.
Sure, Appa. So I'm Tamzid. I'm 17 and I am still in high school. And my startup is BloodLink. It
Yes.
connects blood donors, recipients, and blood banks all in the same page. So it's like a P2P app and a P2B app
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we do.
So it's basically like a platform, right?
It's like a platform.
platform for all the donors. And when did you get started with this?
We started this back in 2023.
Okay.
It was in July 2023 and it's been going on ever since.
That's fantastic. So what inspired you to start this startup?
So basically, at the time of after the COVID period, in 2023, I noticed that there was like a dengue outbreak, and a lot of people were looking for blood, and they couldn't find blood on time. I saw some instances in my own building as well. So there was search of blood among my relatives as well. So I noticed that, and I thought there could be high demand if we could connect the blood donors, recipients, and have a list of the partner blood banks as well as in the same app.
Yeah.
That's how we got started.
That's fantastic. So if you could tell me a little bit about the business model that you use.
So our business model is basically advertisement.
Yeah.
So we run an ad-based model. We collect ads directly from companies, and we put them on our high traffic website. Other than that, we also have a Google AdSense platform that we use time to time when we don't have company sponsorships or partnerships.
Yeah.
But that's how the business works.
You have recently joined and participated in the SIMcubator Bootcamp. So how was your experience? If you could tell me a little bit about it, and what did you think, and what were your key insights that you received from the bootcamp?
All right. So participating in SIMcubator was a good experience overall. It was a platform to connect with all other entrepreneurs who are working in social impact. Plus, there were a lot of these panel discussions and sessions here and there, which was very insightful, and it was really good to connect with all of them. And some of them I knew before. It was really good to connect back with them.
I heard that you knew Tasnim from Barthani.
Yeah.
All right, please continue.
Yeah, so that was like a good networking experience as well as learning experience at the same time.
Yeah. So if you could take 3 insights from this bootcamp from SIMcubator, what would those be?
All right. So I had a good communication workshop. So it was really good. There was a person from London who was teaching us virtually, and his method of teaching and the styles of communication that he integrated in the workshop was really, really amazing. I'm emphasizing more on that. The networking was amazing.
Absolutely.
And numbers I got to pitch to the judges, and it was a good practice of pitching after a while.
Yeah. Have you pitched before in front of this?
I did.
Okay. That's fantastic. So is this the first incubation program experience that you are having, or did you, participate in any other incubation programs?
So for BloodLink is the first, but previously I did another incubation program by EMK Center.
Okay.
And it was, I was very young back then. I was in class 9, and it was for...
That is so sweet. Yeah. And that's amazing to see that you were doing such great work at such a young age.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so it was for a side project of mine that I started like randomly in class 9.
Okay.
So yeah, that was it for. And this is like the formal incubation of BloodLink for the first time.
Yeah. So what would be the need gaps, or what would be the gaps that you think that you need going forward with BloodLink that you can get to learn from SIMcubator or this entire incubation program? So do you have anything in mind?
All right. So I feel like the partnerships that we had during the incubation overall, like connecting with the other participants as well as Silis, as well as other partners like Roche. So connecting with them, and later on Silis invited us to have a private meeting. That was like a good experience overall. So overall, I feel like BloodLink can move forward, like utilizing the experiences, the learning insights that we got from the incubation, and we can utilize it in the coming days.
Okay, that's fantastic. So what would be the next steps on this project with BloodLink?
We are working on total tool set and resource set for the blood banks, because we need to develop the ecosystem overall to make sure the blood donors and recipients get connected. Only if we have a P2P platform and donors and recipients get connected, and it's not a ecosystem benefit at the end of the day, it doesn't work, right? So that's what we're working on. We're working on our inventory management tool, some tools like acceleration program for the blood banks, because they don't communicate well with the recipients and the donors.
They don't.
And some type of grants for the underprivileged people who cannot buy blood in the time of need.
Exactly.
So that's what we are doing. So we're trying to develop an ecosystem overall around BloodLink, so that the blood donors, recipients, not only them, but the blood banks, they also get to engage in the ecosystem.
Understood. So are you currently operating only in Dhaka, or are you operating outside of Dhaka as well?
So our app works all over the country in 64 districts. You get to connect blood donors and recipients in 64 districts. However, the partner blood banks that we have 99 of them in Dhaka. So basically, most of the blood banks are located in Dhaka. So that's why we had to partner most of them in Dhaka. But however, there are a couple of in other cities as well. So we will gradually move forward to partnering with them. Like after the incubation is over now, so we can, work together and work towards that.
Understood. So what kind of impact are you thinking that would bring, that would be brought up in the socio-economic scenario of Bangladesh through BloodLink?
There are currently 1.3 million bags of blood needed each year in Bangladesh, but only 30% of it is met on time, on demand.
Absolutely.
So rest 70%, we are working towards that goal, so that there is zero blood mortality in Bangladesh, and no people dies. Basically, no people dies due to lack of blood transfusion. That's what we are working towards.
Understood. So this is a personal question.
Sure.
That we do often see this, that the blood needs to be tested before the recipient can receive it. So is there any opportunity that you are creating through the platform that everything is tested?
So we put this forward to the blood banks or the transfusion centers that do it. So we connect the recipient with the blood donor, and once the blood donor is there,
they do the checking.
They do the checking and do the regular process of blood donation. So we don't have to take care of that.
So I have a personal question that, before a recipient can receive the blood, so there has to be a test, there are a list of tests that needs to be done. So are you guys doing that through the platform, or how does that work?
Okay, so that was we basically push forward the tests and the the processes towards the blood bank and the transfusion center. So typically, once we connect the recipient with the blood donor, the donor goes to the transfusion center or the blood bank, and they do the usual processes as needed. So for the safety tests and the other tests that
all the
needed.
Markers that needs to be checked.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming in, and congratulations again.
Thank you. It was
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.